Okay, warm-up problem number 1. Okay, answer for this one is 0. Number 2. Okay, answer for this one is -2. Number 3. Alright, answer for this one is 7. Go ahead and bring up a number, 1 through 10. Alright, homework check. Go ahead and bring it up here. You should answers for numbers 1 through 3 are y equals -5/4x minus 2, y equals 1/2 x minus 2, and y equals -1/2 x plus 2. Alright, answer 4 and 5 are y equals 2/5 x plus 1, and y is equal to x plus 1. Alright, any questions on the homework? No? Okay, I have your test to pass back. Okay, if you have a makeup test, go ahead and come into 6th period to finish it. Our objective for today is to use parallel and perpendicular lines. And our learning target is to identify slopes of parallel lines and to identify slopes of perpendicular lines. Okay, our initial question for our... Alright, for example 1, we have y is equal to 2x plus 4. We want to find a line that is parallel to this line. So like I said, the lines that are parallel, they're just going to have the same slope. We have y is equal to 2x plus 4. So a line that is parallel to this line will be 2x plus whatever number, plus or minus any number. So if there was a question that said, what is the slope of a line that is parallel to this line right here? The answer would be 2. What is the slope of a line parallel to y equals 1/3 x plus 4? Alright, for example 2, we want to find a line parallel to B. So B is our line right here. What we want to do is make the triangle like you guys did yesterday. We just pick 2 points on the line. Then we want to count our y value, our rise. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the run, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this line is going in this direction. So what's that mean? Is it positive or negative? Right. So our slope is going to be a positive 7/4. So if we want to find a line parallel to this line, remember, parallel lines just have the same slope. So any other equation with this slope in it is going to be a parallel line. So we could say y is equal to 7/4x plus or minus whatever number you want to put in there. That line is going to be parallel to the line that we have right here. Okay? As long as the slopes are equal, the lines are parallel. Okay, walk by. Okay, our y equals to 2x plus 1 and y equals to 2x plus 4 parallel. Okay. Alright, so we have 2 in front of our x, that's our slope. The slope for this one is also 2. Remember, if they have the same slope, that makes them parallel. So this answer for this one is yes, they are parallel. Alright, practice problem number 1. Find a line parallel to y equals 1/4 x plus 7. Says find a line parallel to this equation. Parallel lines, their slopes are what? The same, right. So y equals 1/4 x plus 7. That means our parallel line will have the same slope, 1/4 x plus whatever number you wanted to put in here. Alright, answer for the bonus should be -8. Alright, practice problem number 2. Find a line parallel to C. Okay, this is what you guys did yesterday. To find the equation of this line, what we need to do is look for 2 points that the line touches. It's got to be where the grid crosses, like a dot right here or here. It can't be somewhere like, in the middle in free space or anything. It's got to be somewhere where this crosses. So we look for 2 points that the line crosses. So I see one right here, and we'll do one right here. Alright, next thing you need to do is make a triangle. After we make our triangle, we're going to count the blocks. This is your rise on this side. On the bottom is your run. Remember, rise over run. That's what your slope is going to look like. The number of blocks for your rise over the number of blocks for your run. Your rise, you have 1, 2 blocks on that side of the triangle. That means your rise is going to be 2. On the bottom, we just have 1 block. So it's going to be 2 over 1. So that makes this your slope. Okay? So we've got y is equal to our slope, which is 2 over 1. But we can reduce 2 over 1 to what?
2.
Alright, 2 over 1 is equal to 2. This is the number that we put in front of the x. So we have y is equal to 2x plus our b, which is our y-intercept. That's where the line crosses the y-axis. So where does this line cross the y-axis? Right, so this is our y-intercept right here. So that's going to be plus 4, and that's our equation for our line. Now the question is find a line parallel to C. So if we want to find a line parallel to this equation right here, what do we need to do?
Have a different y-intercept?
Well, we want to look at the slope, remember?
Yeah.
So that's right. But what we want to do is look at the slope. We want to keep the slope the same. Remember, parallel lines have the same slope, and he's right. We just changed the y-intercept. We have y equals 2x plus, I can't delete that, plus whatever number you want. Okay, so as long as it has the same slope, it's parallel. So after we find the equation of our line right here, we just need to do what he said, change the y-intercept, and that'll give us a parallel line. Okay, so it could be y equals 2x plus 3, y equals 2x plus 1, y equals 2x minus 4, whatever you want as long as the slope is the same. Alright, answer for the bonus is negative 12. Alright, our next essential question. How are the slopes of a perpendicular line related? The slopes of a perpendicular line, or two perpendicular lines, what's it mean to be a perpendicular line? It crosses and they make right angles, right?
Right.
So perpendicular lines that cross, their slopes are going to be negative reciprocals. Now what that means is if we have y equals, we'll say 1/2 x minus 3. All we're looking at is the slope. So we have 1/2 for our slope. For a perpendicular line, the slope is going to be a negative reciprocal. That means we're going to change the sign of our slope. It's positive right now, so the slope of the perpendicular line is going to be negative. And it's 1/2. What's a reciprocal? Reciprocal? When you flip it, so if you have 1 over 2, and we want the reciprocal of that, we would flip these. So the 2 would be on top, 2 over 1. This 2 over 1 is the reciprocal of 1 over 2. Okay? So if it's a negative reciprocal, we have already changed our sign to negative. We got 2 over 1 for our reciprocal, and 2 over 1 reduces to what? So this would be the slope of our perpendicular line.
Why would it have to be negative 2?
That's not an example, yeah. Okay, y is equal to 1/3 x plus 2. If we want to find a perpendicular line to this line right here, we're going to focus on the slope. It's going to be the negative reciprocal. I'll go ahead and write that up here. Negative reciprocal. It's going to be the negative reciprocal of this slope right here. The slope is 1/3. So first we need to change the sign. It's a positive number. So we're going to change it to a negative number. Next, we need to do the reciprocal of it. It's 1 over 3. What's the reciprocal of 1 over 3? 3 over 1. And what's negative 3 over 1 reduced to? Negative 3. So that's going to be the slope of our line that is perpendicular to this. And like the parallel lines, this does not matter if, the y-intercept is 2, if it's 5, whatever it is, it's going to be perpendicular to this line. So an equation that is perpendicular to this line right here would be y is equal to negative 3x plus whatever we want. I'll just make it 4. Okay? Alright, let's have another walk by. How are the slopes of perpendicular lines related? Okay, answer for this. How are the slopes of perpendicular lines related? All right, they are negative reciprocals. Remember that phrase, it's important. Okay, are y equals 3x minus 2 and y equals 1/3 x plus 3 perpendicular? Okay, we have y equals 3x minus 2 and y equals 1/3 x plus 3. Why are these not perpendicular lines?
Because one of them positive.
Right, they're both positive. Remember, you need the negative reciprocal of one of them to be able to say that they're perpendicular. If this is 3x, what's the line that's perpendicular to this? What's the slope of it? It will be a negative 1/3. So these are not perpendicular.
Does the
Let's go ahead and try practice problem number 3. Find a line perpendicular to y equals 6x minus 3. Problem, find a line perpendicular to y equals 6x minus 3. Our slope is 6. That's what we're focusing on. What's a negative reciprocal of 6? Alright, it's positive, so it's going to be a negative number. 6/1 is our slope. We want to find the reciprocal of that, which is 1/6. So our answer is going to be negative 1/6. X plus whatever you want. Bonus this round. The answer should be x is equal to -1. Practice problem number 4. Find a line perpendicular to F. Okay, answer for the practice problem. We need to find our 2 points. We're going to do one right here and one right here. Make our triangle. We want our rise over our run. Our rise will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Our run is going to be 1, 2. 4/2 can be reduced to what? 2/1, which can be reduced to 2. The line is going this direction. What's that mean? Yes, so our slope is +2. What's our y-intercept? It should be 4. Yep, it should be 4. Alright, so this is the equation of our line. We want the equation of a line that's perpendicular to this. That means we want to find the negative reciprocal of our slope. If our slope is 2, that's the same as 2/1. It's a +2, which means our answer is going to be a negative. The reciprocal of this is 1/2, so it's negative 1/2x plus whatever number you wanted to put in this box. You need to go ahead and grab an exit slip, fill that out. Alright, go ahead. Billion? 400?
And then A before beauty.
Am I confusing you?
Oh, yeah, okay. Are you going for another billion? Is that what you're doing?
No, that was a billion.
Oh.
This is the two.